Hello, I'd like to introduce you to the Anvil Instant 3G Office. First thing I'd like to point out is just how simple this is to install. We pre-configure the router and the phone and all the devices that come with an Anvil Instant Office so that it's ready just to simply plug into the wall, switch on the power. It takes about 3 minutes and 20 seconds and we have the phone working, the 3G router is also working. This is a wireless LAN device, so we have connected it to a laptop. And what I'd like to do is to explain just a little bit about the 3G router first of all, because this is the heart of the system. The most important part of it is this little SIM card that sits in here. This isn't a standard consumer grade 3G SIM card. This is one of the Anvil fixed IP SIM cards that operates over a private internet connection, so none of the data is going to go over the public internet. This makes it a lot more secure, a lot more reliable, and gives you much more consistency of performance than you would get from a consumer SIM. The next thing I'd like to point out is just some of the connections that we have available on the router. The first one I'd like to point out is up at the top here. This is an external antenna socket, so in areas where you've got a poor 3G signal, we can add on an external antenna, put it on the roof, out a window, whatever, to get the best possible signal and make sure you're getting good service. Next along here we have two Ethernet ports. One of these can be used for a fixed line DSL, in which case this 3G SIM card will be used as backup, or you can just use it as a 3G router as we have here. The only connection that's in and live at the moment is this one here, which is connected to a VoIP phone with a landline number attached to it. I'll show you that in a moment. Next down here we have a small USB socket, and built into this little box there's a print sharing application, so we could plug in a printer and have a shared printer. You could also have a shared hard drive. There's a file sharing application built into this little magic box as well. So we could end up with a shared printer, hard drive, phones, PCs, laptops, tablets, all connected through this device. We can put fax to email on one of the PCs, and you really have everything you'd ever need in an office that can be delivered and installed just by simply plugging in, switching on and waiting for 3 minutes and 20 seconds approximately. So I'll put this down now, and I'd like to move across to the laptop now. We've already connected the laptop to our 3G router, so we'll start a test to see what sort of performance we're getting. The first result we have coming up is the ping test, which tells us how much delay there is on the line, and we show that it's 70 milliseconds. So when you're using VoIP phones, you don't want to have a lot of delay on the line, which you can get with poor quality broadband. 70 milliseconds is very good indeed, so you'd be no noticeable delay whatsoever. The next one we look at is the download speed. This is showing just under 6 megabytes a second download speed, so that's plenty to be running 4 or 5 phones, 4 or 5 PCs, so give you a decent office setup. And the next one along is the upload speed, which you'll see here is considerably higher than you'd get on a standard fixed broadband connection, showing 2.77 megabytes a second upload speed. So we have very good data connectivity. We also have the phone up and running, so I can press, you can hear the dial tone. I'm now going to dial my mobile number. Some of you may notice that that doesn't look like a traditional mobile phone number. That's because another one of the things we do here at Anvil is we give landline numbers to our mobile phones. So this is working. I'm now going to disconnect that, and just to show that it works in both directions, I'm going to call the London number that we have assigned to this VoIP phone. So I'm now calling it back, and you can hear it ringing. So there we have it. That's the Anvil Instant Office. Plug it in the wall, switch it on. If you don't have fixed broadband, you've got a temporary office, a construction site, or you need it for disaster recovery because your fixed broadband's gone down, an absolutely ideal solution to the problem. That's it. Thank you very much.